Okay, so if you've been keeping an eye on Midnight lately, you've probably seen a ton of announcements flying around. And look, they might seem kind of random at first, but trust me, they're not. They are all part of this really smart three-pronged strategy to basically own the privacy space. So in this explainer, we're going to connect those dots, see how the rewards, the partnerships, and the new dev tools all fit together to reveal their master plan. Let's dive in.
So where do we start? It all kicks off with this one just massive headline-grabbing number, 1 billion. Yep, 1 billion. That's the new total reward pool for the NIGHT Scavenger Mine. Now, a number that big, it's obviously designed to do one thing, right? Grab everyone's attention. But, beyond just the shock and awe, what does this actually mean for the community?
Well, that huge pool translates directly into what people get every single day. We're talking about the daily rewards jumping from 30 million night a day all the way up to almost 48 million. Think about that. For every single person actively mining, that's a huge daily boost. It's clearly designed to get people engaged and keep them coming back. And, the details here are just as important as the big number. It's not just that the total pool is jumping to 1 billion. Midnight is also looking out for its early supporters, giving them a retroactive 50% boost on what they've already claimed. Pretty cool, right? So where'd all this extra night come from? Well, it's actually a pretty smart move. They're redirecting dormant assets from their lost and found pool, basically putting that capital back into the hands of the active community.
Okay, but let's be real. Huge rewards are just step one, right? I mean, once you get a crowd to show up, you've got to give them something to actually do. And that's exactly the pivot we're seeing from Midnight right now. They're moving beyond just the incentives and are getting super focused on building real, tangible utility for this growing ecosystem. And a massive piece of this ecosystem expansion? The new partnership with Atlas DeFi. Now, if you know the Cardano space, you know Atlas is an established player. So their decision to build on Midnight? Wow. That's a huge vote of confidence. It's a clear signal that the serious projects are really starting to pay attention. So what does this collaboration actually do? It unlocks some seriously powerful features. We're talking private, yield-bearing savings for users and the ability to trade tokenized yield on an AMM. But honestly, the real game changer here is the focus on bringing in the big players, the institutions. By building this privacy infrastructure with compliance baked right in, they're essentially creating a bridge for TradFi to finally step into the world of DeFi. I mean, that is a massive, massive ambition. All right, so let's recap. You've got the users, thanks to the rewards. You've got a major partner building out utility. So what's missing? The builders, right? To create a truly thriving, buzzing ecosystem, you absolutely have to give developers the tools they need to innovate. And that right there is the third pillar of this whole strategy. And this is where something called LunarSwap comes into play. So what is it? On the surface, it's a concentrated liquidity DEX, which basically just means more efficient trading. But the really important part is that it's a reference implementation. What does that mean? Just think of it like a powerful open source template. It gives developers a massive head start when they want to build their own privacy-first DeFi apps on Midnight. What this does is it creates this super clear three-step path for any developer who's interested. Step 1, explore the core contracts. Step 2, use the privacy infrastructure that's already there. And step 3, go build your own unique app. It's basically a launchpad just designed to hit the gas on innovation. Providing the tools is one thing, but creating a really powerful reason to actually use them, that's another level. And for developers over in the UK and the EU, Midnight is rolling out a huge opportunity to put all these new tools into practice, like right now. And that opportunity comes with a $25,000 prize pool. Yep, this is for the Midnight Summit Hackathon happening in London, and it's a super direct call to action for developers. Come and start building the future of private apps with us. And hey, if 25 grand wasn't enough to get your attention, check this out. Midnight is removing the two biggest hurdles for developers who want to participate. They are covering flights and hotels for the approved teams. I mean, come on. This is way more than just a hackathon. It's a serious investment in getting the best talent in the room. Okay, so you've got the users fired up, you've got the partners building, you've got the builders incentivized, all of this momentum. It's all designed to come to a head at one single key event. The very first Midnight Summit. This is where every single piece of this strategy we've been talking about finally comes together in the real world. It's going to be a 2-day event this November. It's split pretty simply. You've got Cypher Day on the 17th and then Ecosystem Day on the 18th.
So day one is all about the why. It's going to be a deep dive into the whole philosophy behind privacy and our digital rights. Then day two is all about the how. That's where they'll showcase all the actual projects, the partnerships, and the breakthroughs that are happening right now in the Midnight ecosystem. It's really the perfect mix of that big picture vision and the real world boots on the ground execution.
So when you take a step back and connect all these dots, the massive rewards for users, these landmark partnerships for utility, and the powerful tools for developers, a really clear picture starts to emerge. It's this incredibly comprehensive approach that kind of forces you to ask the big question: are we literally watching Midnight write the new playbook for how you build a privacy-first ecosystem in Web3?